Welcome here to the Dexcom Stadium on a sunny day, but looks can be deceiving and it is quite windy. Of course, Storm Kathleen has come and disrupted for the last 48 hours or so, and the wind is blowing, as you see, from right to left, and it'll be a crossfield wind. But the biggest day in the calendar, and the Connacht Women's Senior Final here, Bank of Ireland Women's Senior Cup Final between Tuam Oughterard in their first final playing University of Galway. And of course both teams unbeaten in the cup. Wins for Tuam Oughterard versus Westport, Our Ladies Boys Club and Ballinrobe, who played in the cup for the first time. They didn't play in the league. Wins for University of Galway versus Craigs and Sligo. And of course these teams have met twice this year in the league. On the 5th of November in Dangan there was a win for Tuam Oughterard 53-24. And of course the league final played on the 25th of February was a comprehensive 65-0 win in Craigs. And one thing for certain, we should expect lots of tries today. 11 tries for Tuam Oughterard on that day. But no doubt Diarmuid Cadire and his college team will be looking for revenge. We'll quick look through the team sheets before we start as Tuam Oughterard make their way on the pitch. And Tuam Oughterard play as follows. In the pack we've Niamh Corliss, Sarah Jane Fox, Holly Daly. In second row we've Karen Burns and Grania Hassey. Interesting, Grania's a sister playing number 5 for University of Galway. We'll talk about Aisling in a moment. In the back row then Charlotte O'Grady, Ronan O'D and Carly Tierney at number 8. And in the backs, Saoirse Quinn and Emma Burns create a good partnership at 9 and 10. On the wings we've Dominica Lukasic and Katie Craven. Strong partnership in the centre with Ava McDonagh, partner with Amy Burns. And Hannah Clark is the fullback for Tuam Oughterard. The college then, in the pack we have a girl from the Aran Islands, Jacqueline Houlihan, with Miriam Finnegan hooking and Jasmine Morgan. In the second row then, Aisling Hennessy is captain of the team, of course, sister of Grania Hennessy, with Kate O'Mara from Portumna. In the back row we've Julie Phelan, Rebecca Nee and Alana Roach. Alana Roach with Connacht experience. Out the back then we have Charlotte Miller and Caoimhe Geraghty at 9 and 10. On the wings, Natasha Deasy and Rochelle Connolly. Centre partnership of Emer Cafferty from Achill Island, Rebecca Farrell and Alice Mulhall is the fullback. So, accompanying me here in the commentary box is Connacht head coach, and you're most welcome, Emer O'Dowd. Emer, your thoughts on the game to here today?
Thanks, Sean. Delighted to be here, as you said, on a sunny afternoon in Galway, even though the wind is very strong. I think University of Galway will have a lot to do today. Tuam Oughterard are very, very strong. You've mentioned a lot of people there that would either have Connacht caps or Irish international caps at underage, so they have a lot to do. But I do love cup finals. Cup finals are probably the best thing ever. You never know, it's all on the day, and if UG bring a bit of fight at all, you never know what might come out of today and what result they might get.
Absolutely. Well, it's incredible to think that Tuam Oughterard have been together for 2 years, and their development, their growth and the talent within their ranks is exceptional, and they're here on merit. Yeah,
definitely. I suppose they're a combination of Tuam Oughterard and Colts. You mentioned a few girls from the good Mayo team. I'm from Mayo myself, so don't hold that against me. They're a combination of 3 teams, but the amount of females that are joining rugby clubs now, even at minis and playing all the way up, is just it's great to see. You can see some of the girls that are lining up for Tuam Oughterard have played all the way up from minis into adult rugby now. So I suppose the level of player that we're getting into the fold, I suppose for me, with Connacht is very different to what we would have had before. Like, we have a lot of early entries rather than late entries, which is great. You know, the level of rugby is so much better, and we're able to compete at a higher level.
Without doubt, and of course fantastic for the province, the amount of underage talent coming through, and that girl Eva McDonagh. Keep an eye on number 13 for Tuam Oughterard, Colleen the Gaeltachta, who footballer with Michael Brannochs in Invern, but lots said about Eva McDonagh. Connacht under 18 player of the year last year and captain with Irish under 18. She started the game. First line out from Sarah Jane Fox is successful, and we see Tuam Oughterard Colts now with the ball up through the middle, and a very strong carry through the centre there from Amy Burns, one of 3 sisters playing today. Amy Burns, I mentioned her centre partnership with Eva McDonagh, and one thing for certain, University of Galway have to be quite attentive in the early stages, and they'll need a lot of organisation in that defensive line to keep out Tuam Oughterard, who have been scoring tries for fun in recent fixtures. Excellent handling in here, and here we have Eva McDonagh, number 13. She's an option to the right. If the ball went, you think she was true for sure. They still have possession of the ball here. Massive scramble in defence here for University of Galway. An exceptional break from Eva McDonagh. They still have ball, and great line speed there for University of Galway. And this is very hopeful in the opening moments for Oughterard, Tuam, Colts, and Eva McDonagh with another carry. Good handling from Emma Burns. And we hear Siobhan Daly with the first penalty after the afternoon. And that ball wasn't released. Massive turnover for University of Galway.
Really, really good defence there. I suppose Eva probably should have used the ball. It was a 2-on-1 and she decided to take her on. But a massive defence from University of Galway there just to hold them out. They're under serious pressure now at the moment. I suppose they have to weather the storm a little bit. They just need to get the ball back in hand. Knock on there, so at least they might get a chance to attack and give them a chance to set up some structures.
And referee Siobhan Daly here playing advantage in the opening moments, but that advantage was just over. So possession back with Tuam Oughterard, and they still have possession of the ball. It's like a bar of soap at the moment. Eva McDonagh again with the ball. Strong handoff from Eva McDonagh. She's an option wide. Passed wide this time. And Siobhan Daly is penalising a high tackle here. Therefore, an option here for Tuam Oughterard, and they go quick. They will tap and go all day, I've been told.
Absolutely, they love quick ball. Carly Tierney there, one of your Irish internationals that you mentioned at under 20 level. She is... she's just getting better and better the more games she's playing. really good defence again from UG, even though they give away a soft penalty.
University of Galway under massive pressure here. They were very unfortunate there with the advantage. And a decision so for Tuam Oughterard Colts. One injured player at the moment, and that appears to be number 6. And a last boot for Charlotte O'Grady, a girl for more and more. And they're all trying to draw breath. A frantic start to the game.
Very quick, very quick. Eugene now, University of Galway really need to hold them out. They can't really leak an early try, because then it'll just open the gates a little bit, I think. But
we were saying we're expecting lots of tries here today. The last times these teams met on the 25th of February, there were 11 tries for
scrum.
Tuam Oughterard's team, 65-0.
They must think they're going to take them on up front. Going to be a difficult task. University of Galway have a big pack, and they're probably only delighted with the scrum option.
So we'll see a put in here from Saoirse Quinn. Will we see a set play? An interesting galore. Sarah Jane Fox in there, captain of course for Tuam Oughterard, and it's her last game today. She's going on her travels to Canada. She will be a massive loss.
She will be. She's sort of the heartbeat of the team. I suppose her mum, Natalie, is the manager of the team as well, and I'd say Natalie will be distraught when she does hop on that plane and go. So this is the last hurrah really for them. You know, she's going over for a couple of years on a visa, and there'll be big changes. But listen, there's other girls coming through that will fill the big boots that she'll leave, because she is the heartbeat, really, heart and soul captain as well.
Picked by Carly Tierney. Strong running here by number 8, Carly Tierney. Presented back. Opportunity awaits here again for Tuam Oughterard. Excellent tackling there on Amy Burns. University of Galway strong in defence, but we have the opening try. I think it was that girl number 13, Ava McDonagh, with a great line. A strong carry, and that try was coming, Emer.
I think it was Hannah Clark, number 15, I'm afraid, Sean. You might need a pair of spectacles. Hannah Clark, but daughter Jack Clark from Oughterard, fine player, another Irish international. As she's dancing feet, she'd spin on the eye of a needle, so they just need to mind her when she does get ball in hand. She's pace to go with it. A
fantastic
great
line.
score. Yeah.
Also Hannah Clark with caps under 18 for Ireland.
Absolutely, yeah. She's a very, very good player. She'll be coming into the Connacht senior squad this year. I have a lot of younger girls, talented girls coming in, which will be brilliant, because it's sort of, there's a new fold, there's a new era really, a lot of under 20s, as we'd say, coming into that Connacht group, and they'll only bring, I suppose they'll bring work ethic, but they'll also bring a no fear with it. See how the wind holds that ball up. I'm afraid no conversion. That wind is strong, coming from right to left, as Sean had said.
A very difficult kick there for Ava McDonagh, straight into the teeth of the wind. And don't let the pictures deceive you. It's blowing very strongly across field there, and Ava McDonagh was kicking right into the teeth of the wind. We've seen Sarah Jane Fox there on ball holding duties, I suppose, and we were talking about her. She's done remarkably well, Sarah Jane Fox, to come back from some really bad injuries.
Yeah, absolutely. She started on the wing. She'd have played with Weegens a good few years ago on the wing, and she's matured, as we say, into the front row. I actually matured out of second row into back row. That's the way my game went, but she's matured from the wing into the front row, so I don't know. But she had some huge injuries, but she's managed to come back. I suppose youth is brilliant. You mend a lot quicker, and you're able to get back into it, and an awful lot easier. So, but she's a very, very good player as well in her own right, Sarah Jane. And
an excellent steal there from the girls in University of Galway. Huge carry by number 6, Julie Phelan. And the commentators cursed. There was a great carry by Jacqueline Houlihan, the girl from the Aran Islands, but the ball wasn't released, and an opportunity.
High tackle has to be from Siobhan didn't see it. Rona O'D had a really good ball carry into. Go on, Niamh Corliss.
Break here again. Niamh Corliss, a girl from Clare Morris Colts, with a super carry, and that's an excellent jackal position by University of Galway. Number 12, Rebecca Farrell, a girl from Limerick. Excellent technique there in the tackle.
Excellent. She'd have came from Shannon, I think, originally. She comes from good stock. I know her grandmother. That says how old I am. I had many's a drink in Newmarket and Fergus with her granny, which is a good sign or a bad sign. But Rebecca played with Shannon on a scholarship with University of Galway, so she's a fine talent. She would have been involved with the University Sevens that would have just won that Interpro title there a couple of weeks ago. She was part of that squad. Fine tackle from Niamh Corliss, put her back on her.
Big carry here from Jasmine
tackle.
Morgan, girl from Sligo and University of Galway, carrying hard. And a kick chase now, and the ball bouncing very awkwardly. And
they just don't need to panic. They just need to get a few phases together. Knock on by.
Knocked forward there by Dominica Lukasic, I believe, number 11, the winger for Tuam Oughterard. So University of Galway enjoying some territory.
Absolutely. Be funny to see who. You mentioned the Hassies earlier on. It'd be funny to see who Pierce, which the father is. Is he wearing the Tuam Oughterard Colts colours, or is he wearing the Oughterard or the University of Galway colours? It'd be interesting to see if he's over in the stand which one he can't lose. So I suppose he's on a win-win, so he can go for a point regardless what happens today, because there's going to be a win.
It's an incredible story.
Oh yeah,
number 4 there in the second row for University of Galway. Aisling Hassey, captain of the team. Her sister Grania is playing number 5 for Tuam Oughterard Colts, of course. And Jeremy Kadire just mentioned to me before the game he thinks they travelled in 2 separate cars. So conversation may have been quite quiet in that household this morning.
Yeah, interesting conversation over the Weetabix this morning in that house, definitely. Strong scrum now needed by University of Galway here, just to get some phase plays, get their ball in hand. Jeremy Kadire is a really, really good coach. He would have been involved with Connacht last year.
Huge push there from Tuam Oughterard. Massive scrum effort there. And the penalty.
And they want to go quick.
And they're going to tap and go here again. Number 1.
Niamh Corliss.
And they will want to get that ball out fast. And a huge carry there again by number 24, Molly Boot. And through the hands here, Burns. Excellent tackle there in the middle of the field. And here's Eivin McDonagh. She's going to put Boot to ball. And that bounces up. The bounce of the ball again. Very unfortunate there for Alice Mulhall, a girl who plays her rugby with Tullow Rugby in Carlow. And knocked forward. And interesting, we're going to have a scrum. And the conflict so far in the scrum is very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought University of Galway would, because they've a bigger pack, they'd be able to hold with Tuam Oughterard's technique. I suppose Barry Ruan, who's involved working with the squad, that's his forte, would be the scrum, so you can see it that their technique is very strong in there, and they do manage to get go forward ball when they're there. So this will be an interesting one now. Eugene need to lock it out. Don't let them get momentum going forward in the scrum, and we'll see, can they manage to upset the cart a little bit. A lot better scrum this time. They managed to hold it.
Scrum that time, and through the hands here again. Excellent understanding there in the middle of the field between Amy Burns and Eivin McDonagh.
Can't really give Hannah Clark space.
Going to stretch here now, and Dominica Lukasic with an effort. And the ball is presented to Quinn.
Yeah, a bit of
Carly
pressure.
Tierney. As soon as Carly Tierney gets the ball, she leads 3 tacklers, and an excellent tackle there by Rebecca Farrell again. Not for the first time today. Another strong carry by
Holly Daly. Yeah, good Kilconnelly lady. Isn't she Kilconnelly? I think
one of
she
3,
is.
Holly Daly indeed, with Hannah Clark, Katie Craven, and Aoife O'Callaghan on the subs. Evo Nick Donagh. Very hopeful here again for Tuam Oughterard. They have numbers, but Siobhan Daly has penalised, and she believes University of Galway were off their feet. And they can't go that quick. University of Galway under severe pressure again. And they will tap and go.
Niamh Corliss has the ball in hand.
Niamh Corliss.
And she's carrying a lot of ball today, in fairness to Niamh. She's doing, I suppose, the route one. If they do get a penalty, Niamh seems to be taken.
Goes right to Holly Daly. Holly Daly is still going. She's at the base of the post. She must be a metre short. Siobhan Daly keeping a close eye. They have numbers left. Tierney through the hands.
Oh, it needed to go. It needed to go to Hannah Clark.
Another very brave tackle there on Amy Burns. Amy Burns stopped just short. They go back against the traffic on the loop.
Oh.
It's a bit messy at the moment. Excellent tackle by Dominika Lukasic. Put to ground. Super defensive effort here again by University of Galway. Carly Tierney through the gap. Carly Tierney. A piece of individual excellence there and an excellent try for the number 8, Carly Tierney. And that's the second try for Tuam Oughterard. They will be delighted with the start.
They will, definitely. In fairness to UG, they've defended the University of Galway. They've defended really, really well. They've soaked up an awful lot of pressure. Carly has really good feet, so she managed to get through the first and tackle, and they didn't really, well, they tried to put a hand on her, but they didn't manage to slow her down, and she just managed to get over the try line. Really, really good try from Carly.
There was a couple of excellent defensive tackles there, most notable on Dominika Lukasic, but the strength and power of Carly Tierney, of course, a girl who's played for Ireland under 20, she's very difficult to stop. She is very difficult. For a small, slight girl, she's very strong and powerful, and she's really, really good feet, so when you put all that together, it sort of makes a really, really good player. So Norman Tierney would be involved with Tuam Oughterard. That would be his daughter. Opportunity number 2, Marcin, for Ava McDonagh. And that one, just to the left-hand side. It was a decent kick. The wind didn't affect it much. She kept it low, but just to the left-hand side and wide. So therefore, with 15 more minutes or so, 14 minutes on the clock, it is Tuam Oughterard who lead 2-0, 10 points to 0. And, of course, windy conditions don't help at the moment, but University of Galway will be hopeful they'll get some phase play together. But it's a fascinating story there. You mentioned Norman Tierney and the story between himself and Owen Lydon, who created this team from young girls playing at a blitz at under 15 level, who didn't have enough numbers, am I right, Emer, for teams. Yeah. They joined up forces, and according to Norman and Owen, they're simply having fun. Isn't it great
Absolutely.
to see?
Having fun, but also developing. I suppose they're given opportunities for girls to play rugby, which is brilliant. You know, they've formed a really, really good team. Like, this is very strong. This is the strongest team, I suppose, at Connacht junior level. So they've just given these girls the opportunity to play and let them express themselves, and they're loving it. You can see it though. They're all a group of friends. They all enjoy each other's company, and they're just getting stronger and stronger.
And Hannah Clark, super run here from Hannah Clark. Excellent feat by Hannah Clark. She's still going. Oh my gosh, what a try from Hannah Clark in under the posts. I was thinking she'd never make it that far, but what a piece of individual talent. Hannah Clark from the halfway line. I was about to mention the handling is superb from Tuam Oughterard, but such quick feet and dancing feet from Hannah Clark. You mentioned daughter of Jack Clark. That's an exceptional try, Emer.
Absolutely. I said from the beginning you can't give Hannah space, but she actually didn't have any space there, but she manufactured space for herself. Her feet is just unbelievable. She's quick, she's electric, she's powerful. She's all the attributes to make a really fine player. She's only going to get better as she gets a little bit older. She is a force to be reckoned with, and she just manufactured that try for herself on her own. Electric, unbelievable play.
An incredible piece of opportunism from Hannah Clark, the full back. And the third opportunity for Ava McDonagh, successful in front of the posts. Well, mesmerised looking at that try. That's a try Mac Hansen to be proud of.
Absolutely. I suppose she's given licence to come and play wherever she wants. She's that quick, she's that good, so they just need to get ball in hand. But I suppose University of Galway now has to understand that they can't give her an inch to move, or else she'll just destroy them on her own. She's very, very good. I suppose Rebecca Farrell just had a bit of an injury there, I think a bit of a knee, but she seems to be back up now and back out onto the pitch, so they're at full strength again, and hopefully they'll manage to put a few phases together. They just need to get ball in hand. They just need to have a bit of time to be able to express themselves and be able to play, because they haven't had any opportunity up to this.
Very clever from Ava McDonagh again, putting boot to ball, putting University of Galway back on the back foot. Coming towards 20 minutes on the clock, and Tuam Oughterard Colts have their third try. 2 tries for that fullback Hannah Clark, 1 try for Carly Tierney, 1 successful conversion. Therefore at the moment it's 17-0. And things are looking quite ominous for Jimmer Cadiron, as coaching team of University of Galway, but
Go
they'll
on.
keep trying.
Go on. Good tackle by Holly Daly out over the sideline. It's very disjointed. It's very open, which is good, I suppose. But that's what Oughterard want. They want it open. They want it disjointed. University of Galway just need to get their defence back together.
And a super support line there from Dominika Lukasic, the winger. Excellent feet here again. She was patient and she stayed behind the play there wonderfully. Hannah Clarkin now functioning as a scrum half. Through the hands, Niamh Corliss. An excellent line read there by number 3, Jasmine Morgan. And an important interception from the Sligo girl. But as you say, the open play, and it really suits Tuam Oughterard. They love the space and they can go from one side to the other. It's effortless. Their handling is superb.
Yeah, and even in these conditions, because it is very windy down there. It looks great up here, but it is very windy. There's a wind coming from right to left. But in these conditions, they're playing really, really good rugby. I suppose sometimes it is easier to play against the wind because it does seem to hold the ball a little bit better. But they just want space. They want open play. They want a disjointed game, Tuam Oughterard, and that's what they've got at the moment. So, University of Galway will get there. They just need to, I suppose, weather the storm a little bit, and hopefully they'll get a bit of time with the ball in hand. They have a scrum now, just inside their own 22. So hopefully they can exit out of here. Alana Roach's big ball carrying 8, really good offload there to Caoimhe Geraghty. So hopefully they'll manage to put a few phrases together. Oh, kiss of death again by the commentator. Sorry, Sean.
Very unfortunate again for University of Galway, and just knocked on. But Tuam Oughterard are so comfortable out the back, and I did mention at the start of commentary that we can expect tries. Tuam Oughterard scored 40 tries in the league in 4 league games. University of Galway themselves got 28 tries. So their numbers and their statistics of try scoring are really exceptional. Of course, we may get a moment to talk about their disappointment, and they were very unlucky in the junior final, the junior cup final against Barnhall. One that got away on the day. They were very unlucky on the day in Mullingar.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a great opportunity again to get more games with the universities, that varsities. They just didn't manage to pull it off, I suppose. But they got to the final. It's a great achievement for them, and I suppose it'll give them confidence, to push on again. Yes, the Tuam Oughterard girls, very disappointing at that.
Good defensive effort again from University of Galway. Well read. I'm not sure who it was, but an excellent and happy enough to find touch there. Yeah, so it was the 13th of January. I was talking about for the first time heartbreak. It was the AIL Junior Cup final in Mullingar. 6 points to 15 against Barnhall from Kildare.
Sorry, I confused myself a little bit there. I was speaking about another game. Yeah, I was up at it. Fairness to Tuam Oughterard, they had a lot of possession. They probably should have scored another couple of tries in the first half and close in the second half, but Barnhall, in fairness, came back really strong, really, really strong, and they built into it, and they got momentum because they got a try, and they went down and managed to get another try at the very end and managed to pip them. Really good, entertaining match. Very entertaining altogether, and I suppose it'll give Tuam Oughterard confidence that they can and compete at that level and push on. I suppose they may have AIL aspirations eventually, and I think they should. They do have a team. It's a very young team, but they do have a team that's able to compete against anyone, really.
Well, absolutely. Certainly in this showing so far, Tuam Oughterard would certainly not be out of their depth in the AIL League. And interesting there, we see number 8 Carly Tierney go up for that ball at the front of the line out, but I believe it was knocked on, and therefore University of Galway will have a put in at scrum. But certainly from that disappointment, 6 points to 15, they learned from that. They've had such an exceptional 2 years of rugby. They won the league last year, they backed it up, they defended the league. They were disappointed last year, perhaps. Here in the plate final, they lost to Sligo.
That's
am I right?
Yeah.
But it's incredible, the growth, and they've turned disappointment into motivation to raise their standards.
Absolutely, and I suppose they've developed the team. They have the 15 that are playing at the moment, but they still have another 10 subs that are sitting on the sideline wanting and willing to come on. So they have developed the team, and they have the numbers that they're able to compete and play at every level, so they will be a force to be reckoned with. Again, it's a scrum.
So good scrum and a good push here from Tuam Oughterard, and believe it or not, they've got that ball. It's with number 6, Charlotte O'Grady, a girl from More and More. Huge tackle there. Very important hit. Niamh Corliss, she's carrying a huge amount of ball here today. The loose head prop, number 1. And Saoirse Quinn, very accurate with the passing at the base of the ruck. Strong carry there from Amy Burns. Saoirse Quinn again. And Sarah Jane Fox, wouldn't she love to score a try on her final game before departing for Canada? Carly Tierney now. Carly Tierney loves the open space. Important hit there. An excellent tackle by Emer Cafferty, the girl from Achill Island. But there's space here wide. Dominika Lukasic for the line. And she's in. A brave tackle, but momentum carried over the winger. Number 11, try number 4, Dominika Lukasic. And a good team effort there, Emer, for try number 4.
Yeah, there's 4 or 5 phase plays there, and then they just let the ball go through the hands, get to the fast winger, and the fullback, I suppose Alice Mulhall, did her damnedest to try and keep her out, but she was powerful to try and get over into the corner, and she managed it. So again, you know, it's hard to be behind the posts, you know, numerous times, and like we've another half to go, but they just need to sort of pull it together, you know, get back, get some structured play, get the ball in hand, and hopefully something will click for them, because at the moment they're not getting much ball so they can actually physically play.
And very interesting in the build up to that, Carly Tierney, she kind of soaked up 3 defenders which created that space, and the fullback Alice Mulhall was left on a 1-on-1 with Dominika Lukasic. And Ava McDonagh, I thought she measured that fantastically on the wind, but the wind is just too strong down there pitch side, and it took it over to the right hand side. So a very difficult kicking conditions, but Tuam Oughterard have their 4th try and they lead with a half an hour gone, or thereabouts, 22 points to 0. And of course, have a look at the post there, you'll see how strong the wind is. The league final result in Craigs was 65 points to 0, so no doubt the University of Galway girls, they'll be hoping to do a lot better than that.
Yeah, in fairness, they're a good enough team not to leak 65 points. What I would say is that they just need to trust themselves that they will make that one-on-one tackle, because as you said, Carly Tierney managed to have 3 people pulling after, you know, and that leaves space somewhere then for your quick backs to sort of attack. They just need to trust in their defence system, they need to trust in their tackle tech, and just get her to the ground, you know. Knock on there by Sarah Jane Fox. So this will give University of Galway a chance to get ball in hand and hopefully try and get a few phases together and maybe try and put a bit of pressure on the Tuam Oughterard defence.
And we hear the whistle again from Siobhan Daly. I believe she was playing an advantage there, and that ball ripped, not for the first time, excellently by University of Galway. So we're going to see a put in on another scrum here, and they would be hopeful of getting a score or 2 before half time.
They need to get something on the board, anything at all, but I suppose they haven't got into the 22 to start doing that. They just need to lock this out now, give the backline a bit of a set piece to let them work off and attack the Tuam Oughterard backs. They're lined up now. I see Cueva has 2 backs or 3 backs fairly close to her, so we'll see what move they have up their sleeve from here. Hopefully they'll manage to pick it. Yeah.
That's very impressive again from Tuam Oughterard. A huge push in the scrum, and in fairness to the young girls of Tuam Oughterard, they're very impressive out the back, but that's exceptional work from the front 8.
Very strong by the 8. I suppose it's an all 8 push. You can see, I suppose, when you do have the ball, you don't have an all 8 push on the other side when you've put in. And again, Hannah Clark managed to put a small bit of footwork, and she strode past the winger here, the fullback here, very easily. We need to be putting in the tackles. They need to be putting in the tackles. Their heads are going to go down now, but they can't let it go down. They can't let them put more tries. They have another 10 minutes in this half to go through. You know, they just need to keep their heads up and get the ball and just put a small few phase plays in. I keep saying it, but that's all it needs, really.
Well, incredible support line again from Hannah Clark. She has her third try now, and you know, when they go wide, when they stretch them, they're getting great joy. But the feet of Hannah Clark and the pace, she went wide, and there was nothing the fullback in University of Galway, Alice Mulhall or Rachel Connolly were able to do. And Hannah Clark, exceptional pace again, another incredible personal try under the posts. And Aimnick Donagha kicks her second successful conversion in front of the post of the day. And Tuam Oughterard have their fifth try. And as you say, 10 minutes or so to half time. They currently lead 29-0. But it's the pack, the forward eight from that scrum that created the opportunity.
Absolutely,
I don't see any weakness in the Tuam Oughterard performance at the moment.
No. All eight are pushing. They're obviously really, really well coached at scrum time. As I mentioned, Barry Wan is involved with them, so you know they know what to do. Everyone's doing their job, and that's what you need to do. You know, go in, do your job, get up, and move to the next job. You know, and that's what they're doing all day.
We know they've pace out the back and talent,
Good
and
block.
an excellent block down there in Aimnick Donagha. Exceptional work there from number 1, Jacqueline Houlihan from Inisheer. And as hard as it seems, University of Galway have to keep trying. They have to try and muster a score, something to give them a bit of hope going into the second half.
They need to try and slow the ball down at ruck time. They're giving them too much quick balls, so that's the problem. Is they're able to play off it again. They needed to slow that down there at that ruck, because Tuam Oughterard just wants quick ball all day. They have the players for it, so that's what they want.
And number 24, who was a late addition, Molly Booth, is carrying very well since she started. And again, fast ball from Saoirse Quinn out the back.
Tackle.
And
one of the Burns has managed to get the offload to the winger there. And she's on the ball, yes, Cueva.
She could have had her hands on the ball there for a second or two. Maybe unlucky that we didn't hear the whistle from Siobhan Daly. Again, it was excellent technique. And well protected there at the breakdown. Saoirse Quinn. Niamh Corliss is carrying another great piece of tackling there, and very unfortunate for number 5, Kate O'Mara, girl from Portumna. But this is tiring for University of Galway. They thought the ball was out. We'll play on. Carly Tierney now going wide. And we have pace out on the right hand side. Katie Craven, the girl who plays GA with Kilconnelly. Excellent feet from Katie Craven.
Oh, the opportunity was to pop the ball up. One of the Burns' girls was flying onto it, but she didn't. It just went to ground. A really good offload from.
And look at this for support again. Sarah Jane Fox.
She's on her own. Yeah,
just hold her up. For the first time, a little bit slow to get there in support. But an excellent break. I'm not sure, was it from number 24, Molly Booth. And here we go wide. Aimnick Donagha. We're going to have try number 6. Aimnick Donagha's going to run in under the posts. Try number 6. First try of the day for Aimnick Donagha from Russellville. But again, just pace. And from one side of the pitch to the other side, the tackles from University of Galway were admirable, but they're getting tired. And the score is now 34 points to 0, and Aimnick Donagha will have an opportunity to convert her own try.
It's just too easy for Tuam Oughterard now. It's very disjointed, but it's just way too easy for them. They're just going through the motions. They're playing with a bit of fun. I see Niamh Corliss is going off. She's put in a big shift. She'll probably come back on again. It's between scrummaging and ball carrying. She's done really, really well. Really good work by her. I think it's Abigail Gibbons. Is it Abigail Gibbons? That's Grania O'Rourke that's after coming on.
And it's something you mentioned earlier, Ronnie, where, you know, amongst the subs, when you look at them for Tuam Oughterard, as Aimnick Donagha converts her third kick and converts her own try, and therefore stretches the lead 36 points to 0. But when you look at the subs, Grania O'Rourke is coming on there, and she is capped with Connacht under 18. We know Ella Burns was up in Irish camp training with the Irish under 18s from Dunmore. Molly Booth has Irish caps under 18. The talent on the subs for Tuam Oughterard is incredible.
Like, a lot of them could have been starting. You know, they have a lot of competition for the positions that they have, and that's, I suppose, what keeps teams good, because they're competing to stay, they're competing to start, and they're even competing to make the bench. You know, so it's entertaining. It's an entertaining game, I suppose, too, in other facets. Tuam Oughterard are really, really good. They're putting a lot of face plays together, but just even the natural ability on some of their players is just really, really nice to see.
So I make it 7, maybe 8 minutes to half time.
Really good offload by Carly Tierney. She drew in the Rochelle Connolly, and she just popped it off to one of the pacers, Hannah Clark, who just makes it look way so easy. As you can see, she's involved with the Irish Sevens, and she just made that look. It was like putting a knife through butter. It just opened, and very simple, very easy for her. But again, Carly's offload there just a 3-on-1 really, and she drew in the last defender, and she popped it to Hannah, who created the space in front of her. Really good work.
And a 4th try for Hannah Clark, and I mentioned her second try I thought was incredible. I'm not sure that was another exceptional try, and the pace, she's gliding. Perhaps the 3G surface here really suits the likes of Hannah Clark. She's gliding on the grass, and the University of Galway girls can't get near her.
No, they can't put hands on, which is even worse. If you could, they're just giving them too much space now. I'd say their heads are dropped. Dermot needs to get them into the dressing room and have a bit of a chat with them, and just get them back out rearing to go for the second half, because it's a hard. I've been on that. I've been on that side that have been bet by a better team, and they are, but you still can't give up the fight. You still have to continue and work and do your job, and then move to the next one.
As have I, Emer, and sport can be cruel, and it's not pleasant at the moment for the University of Galway girls, but they'll have to come together at half time, have a strong chat, and they are a good team. We know that they went through the cup unbeaten. They had excellent wins over Craigs and Sligo. They unfortunately lost the cup final last year to a Galwegians team, but it must be difficult for Jim McIntyre with new players coming in, losing older players, and he did mention to me also he'd some unneeded injuries in the build up to this game as well.
Oh yeah, and I suppose being a university team, you'll have people coming and going as well. I suppose students that are here for a certain length of time and then leave and go back, and it's hard to, I suppose, put a team, but he's the bones of a really good team there. Aisling Hassey just needs to get, try and get a bit of fighting spirit back into them again. They came out and defended really well for the first couple of minutes. They're tiring now, and the worst thing it is we're not even at half time.
Maybe another word about that surface. We know the Tuam Oughterard girls are flyers. They're exceptionally quick. They love fast ball. Without doubt, they love playing on that kind of surface.
It's perfect for the likes of the Hannahs and the Avas, who have pace and power, and even Carly, at number 8. Again, Ava just stepped off one foot, drove through, got past the first line of defence. Now they've managed to put hands on it and pull her down, but they just need to keep doing that. Grania Hassey again, really good ball carry.
A super step there, as you said, and a gap spotted there by Saoirse Quinn. Backwards, Siobhan Daly says. And a word there maybe on the number 10 as well from Tuam Oughterard. We may not have mentioned much. Emma Burns, she really is orchestrating that backline exceptionally. And great understanding between Emma Burns and her centre partnership, her sister Amy Burns and Ava. And the communication is wonderful amongst the Tuam Oughterard girls. And again, Emma Burns is really organising that backline really well. And here we have Ava McDonagh again. She's an option to the right. She doesn't need the option to the right because she sees the try line. Her own second try in the right hand corner. And Tuam Oughterard have their 8th try of the day. And as we mentioned, Emer, it's just too easy at the moment.
Way too easy. Yeah, way too easy. It's just, it's so simple for them now. They're just, I don't know what, Dermot has a huge job now to try and get them in, try not to leak another one before half time, get them in, and, just try and get their heads raised a little bit. You can see behind the posts now, they're just don't know what to do, and they don't want to leave here with the quickest score. Nothing is worse than that. They just need to put a bit of heart and soul into it now, and a little bit of fight. Find that little bit of fight. They can come out fighting and put a few structures together, get the ball in hand. They've had very little ball time, and just start again. Hannah Clark is now kicking. Ava's decided to hold the ball. We'll see how Hannah gets on here.
Yeah, indeed, a very difficult kick, as we mentioned, straight into the wind, and excellent contact with the ball, and very unfortunate. I believe it clipped the post and came straight down, so very unlucky there.
Very.
Is there anything Hannah Clark can't do?
Sing, hopefully, maybe, or something like that. I don't know. I'm sure she's a good singer too. But, yeah, she's an excellent talent. She's played right up from minis. I remember, this shows you how old I am, but she would have been, I'd have refereed a minis blitz, and she'd have been part of that. And she's now playing senior, so it just shows if you start early, the skills that you can bring or you can learn, it makes it an awful lot easier. Good ball carry there from Grania O'Rourke.
And again, excellent poach there by Charlotte O'Grady. The O'More girls having a great game in number 6.
And they just want to go again. Saoirse Quinn, just her first reaction when there is a penalty is just to go, and everybody goes with her, so they obviously have this drilled into them that they just want quick ball, let the ball do the work and let them play.
An excellent handling again. Carly Tierney out the back, Amy Burns now on the ball. I was mistaken, and Ava Donaghy again with a great line. It takes 2 to put Ava Donaghy down. Carly Tierney with the clear out. Saoirse Quinn now. There's only 2 minutes left in the first half, and Tuam Oughterard are still looking for more scores. Big carry there from Grania Hassey, the Claremorris girl. Saoirse Quinn. And a good line, and an excellent break by Roan O'D, number 7. She's looking at the posts. She's gone all the way. Is she held up? Excellent defensive effort there by University of Galway. And really, that was a very important tackle and a try-saving tackle at that.
Excellent defence. That might just give them the G up that they need going into half-time, that they can do it. Really good try-saving tackle, held Rona up, and then she managed to get her body underneath it. Rona has a really good burst of pace. She'd have been involved with that University Sevens, the Interpro Connacht girls. That's been led by Larissa Muldoon, who they'd have won the University Sevens there 2 weeks ago now at this stage. So it's she'd have been part of that.
There's still time on the clock, and this may be the last play of the first half. Ava Donaghy and goes to ground. Ball presented back. Well protected at the ruck. And cross field through the hands. Impressive carry by the new girl, Grania O'Rourke. Saoirse Quinn. Burns now. Goes herself, Emma Burns. As you say, hopefully that last ditch tackle by University Galway may have given them some hope, but here on the right hand side, and we're in for try number 9, and it's the winger from Kilconley. That's Katie Craven, her first try of the afternoon, and in ways the perfect end of the first half for the girls of Tuam Oughterard.
Absolutely. I suppose they started at the end as they mean to go on, really, but it's just heartbreaking for the University of Galway girls now. They look downtrodden and distraught. Their heads are really down. They just need to pull it together. They have another 40 minutes, and I suppose, as you said, the most harrowing thing really is that the bench to come on, there's some of them that are even better than the ones they're playing, or could be on, could have even started. So that's the hardest part, that University of Galway knows that the subs warming up here that really are good enough to start, and they're not going to weaken at all when they do come on,
As I see in the match programme, they're called the impact players. Well, Grania O'Rourke is in, and she certainly had a very positive impact so far. Kicking duties back with Ava Donaghy, with a very, very difficult kick straight into the teeth of that wind. And she's short, and Siobhan Daly has blown the final whistle. That was the final play of the first half. And, well, what can we say? 51 points to 0 in favour of Tuam Oughterard Colts. And without doubt, Norman Tierney, Owen Lydon and Barry Ruan, as we mentioned, will be extremely pleased with the first half work.
Absolutely. They came out ready, willing and wanting to play rugby, and they've done it. The conditions are probably suiting them a little bit because they are running into the wind and the ball is holding up a little bit for them. They have pace, they have power, they have everything really, but I really do believe Dermot can sort of pull this team together, can sort of rattle up a bit of a fight, and hopefully they can come back and give us something in the second half, because they're not a bad team. They're a really good team. They just are meeting probably a team that are better than them today. But are they 51 points to the nil better at half time? at this moment, yes, but not on paper, so they just need to batten down the hatches, put a few structures together, and get a bit of fight back.
And interestingly, we see the University of Galway girls heading into the changing rooms, whereas the Tuam Oughterard Colt girls are staying out in the pitch, and they're taking water on board. No doubt they have a large management contingency, and Barry Ruan, Norman Tierney and Owen Lydon, they may be making some changes now at half time. But no doubt Diarmuid Kadir will have some words at half time, and hopefully we'll see some resurgence from the University of Galway and some fight back. So we're going to take a small break now for half time, and we'll be back with the second half live here in 10 minutes. Presented back. Opportunity awaits here again for Tuam Oughterard. Excellent tackling there on Amy Burns. University of Galway strong in defence, but we have the opening try. I think it was that girl number 3 again. Excellent understanding there in the middle of the field between Amy Burns and Amy Donagha.
Can't really give Hannah Clark space.
On a stretch here now, and Dominica Lukasic with a... It's a bit messy at the moment. Excellent tackle by Dominica Lukasic. Put to ground. Super defensive effort here again by University of Galway. Carly Tierney through the gap. Carly Tierney. A piece of individual excellence. And a super run here from Hannah Clark. Excellent feat by Hannah Clark. She's still going. Oh my gosh. What a try from Hannah Clark in under the posts. I was thinking she'd never make it that far, but what a piece of individualism from Hannah Clark, full back. Third opportunity for Eibhne Donagha, successful in front of the posts. Well, an important hit there, an excellent tackle by Emer Caffergate. Girl from Achill Island, but there's space here wide. Dominica Lukasic for the line, and she's in. A brave tackle, but momentum carried over the winger, number 11.
Push. You can see, I suppose, when you do have the ball, you don't have an all-out push on the other side when you've put in. And again, Hannah Clark managed to put a small bit of footwork, and she strode past the winger here, the fullback here, very easily. We need to be putting in the tackles.
Slow to get there in support, but an excellent break. I'm not sure, was it from number 24, Molly Booth? And here we go wide, Eibhne Donagha. We're going to have try number 6. Eibhne Donagha's going to run in under the posts. Try number 6, first try of the day. As Eibhne Donagha converts her third kick and converts her own try, therefore stretches the lead.
Really good offload by Carly Tierney. She drew in the Rochelle Connolly, and she just popped it off to one of the pacers, Hannah Clark, who just makes it look way so easy. As you can see, she's involved with the Irish Sevens, and she just made that look. It was like putting bread, a knife through butter. It just opened, and
again, Emma Burns is really organising that backline really well. And here we have Eibhne Donagha again. She's an option to the right. She doesn't need the option to the right because she sees the try line. Her own second try in the right hand corner. And Saoirse Quinn. And a good line. And an excellent break by Roan O'D. Roan O'D, number 7. She's looking at the posts. She's gone all the way. Is she held up? Excellent defensive effort there. As you say, hopefully that last ditch tackle by University of Galway may have given them some hope, but here on the right hand side, and we're in for try number 9, and it's the winger from Kilconley, that's Katie Craven. And welcome back here to the Dexcom Stadium. Of course, the Bank of Ireland Women's Senior Cup final, and a very entertaining first half. We must say we've seen some excellent tries, but of course the big question we have: will the University of Galway, will they be able to mount a challenge for the second half? No doubt, Emer Dowd here in my company, a very difficult conversation at half time.
Dermot, I don't know, to be honest. There's a few home truths need to be said inside in that dressing room, but there also needs to be some positivity. You know, they're playing against a really, really good, strong side, and they just, I suppose, need to be realistic that they're better than them today, but just need to put a bit of heart in it now. They need to put a bit of pride in that jersey, and they need to come out and play. Need to get a ball in hand, and they need to put some, passes together. They're playing against the wind now, which might be a bit, easier for them, even though they got very little ball to play with the last time. They just need to put a bit of heart in that jersey and come out and put a few face plays together. And
maybe one of the few mistakes of the game so far by Tuam Oughterard, and that ball kicked straight out in the full. So we'll have the first attacking line out for University of Galway, but some incredible talent on show for Tuam Oughterard in that first half. Most notably the fullback Hannah Clark with 4 tries. Ava Nick-Donoghue, number 13, the centre, with 2. Katie Craven has a try, and the other winger, Dominica Lukasic, also with a try. Carly Tierney with a try. It was all too easy for Tuam Oughterard in that first half, and it hasn't always been that easy. I'm looking back at results from 24th of March in the semi-final. They struggled at times against a strong Westport team, 5 points to 19. And I must add, Westport had an excellent win here earlier. Emer, you were watching that game in the plate final. Westport beat Craig's 31-15, in which was Craig's first appearance in the plate final, and no doubt Craig's done themselves very proud in that game.
Yeah, it was a great game, very entertaining game. It was Craig started off with the first score of the match. Then Westport put a good few phases together and managed to get a score, but it was 7-5 for a long, long time. Craig's managed to defend, and Westport just managed to pull away in the end. It was great to see Craig's here. It's just fantastic to see a new team coming through into senior level, and Craig's will be a very, very different team next year once a couple of their under 18 girls, a couple of them would have played a part of the Irish under 18s, will now have turned 18, so they can actually now go play adult rugby. So they'll be a different team next year when they come back out and start playing, and they'll put it, they'll compete very well next season, with those couple of players that have turned 18 and come into the fold. I see Tuam Oughterard have a couple of subs on. I see Kiana Arns is on in centre. Molly Boosh is on here in the wing, which is a scary prospect really, for UG.
Ava Nick-Donoghue straight down the middle of the pitch like a butter through knife, and really that's so impressive from Ava Nick-Donoghue. Of course, we spoke in the first half about the very impressive scrum and the work of the front 8 from Tuam Oughterard, and Carly Tierney, the number 8, with her second try of the day. She scored the first try of the first half, and really from one side of the pitch to the other side of the pitch, that's exactly what Norman Tierney, Owen Lydon and Barry Rowan were looking for, and we have try number 10 for Tuam Oughterard.
It's just way too easy. It's again a couple of passes together, few missed tackles, the need to go in. There was 2 people pulling off Ava Nick-Donoghue's jersey, and she still managed to carry them up the pitch a little bit and get the ball away. They just need to get their tackles in. It's a non-negotiable now. Tackle, get her to ground, slow the ball up, and then fight. If the ruck is there to be won, if it's not, just bounce and get your D in place. But get those tackles in, go low, get them in, and it gives you a chance.
Oh, what a piece of ingenuity there from Ava Nick-Donoghue. They were waiting for the tee to come in. I was thinking maybe the University of Galway lads had taken the tee in order to slow the game up a bit, Emer, but a drop goal there from Ava Nick-Donoghue in front of the posts, and really exceptional performances from Hannah Clark, Ava Nick-Donoghue, and try scorer there Carly Tierney. And we have conversion number 4 scored, try number 10. University of Galway have a mountain to climb. Tuam Oughterard are currently leading 58 points to 0. We know that this is Tuam Oughterard's second year in the competition, Emer. You're speaking about the positivity and the importance of having Craigs in the competition, and it's great to have Craigs. They'll be better next year. But the growth and the development, and a lot of credit has to go for Norman Tierney, Owen Lydon and Barry Rowan with all the work they've done with this exceptional group of young girls.
It's a lot of thankless hours, really. I'm lucky. I work for Connacht. It's my job, so I enjoy going out and spending time with teams or with clubs, etc. But I suppose it's the thankless hours that the coaches do day in, day out, in every sort of weather. Without them, we wouldn't get teams like this through competing at this Bank of Ireland Cup today.
Couple of great carries there. Rebecca Nee, girl from Clifton, number 7, with an exceptional carry. I believe University are playing here with an advantage. They still have it through the hands here, number 10. Have they space out wide? The ball must go to the winger. It bounces up kindly. Oh, but Natasha Deasy, a girl from Oughterard who actually played with Tuam Oughterard, dropped it, but will come all the way back for the advantage. And well, that was extremely positive for the girls from the college.
Absolutely. It just shows what they can do if they manage to get ball in hand and put up a few phases together. They just need to slow it down. They just need to get their structures, get a few phases together, and they'll grow in confidence, and they'll manage to keep doing it again, hopefully. The major thing for me, though, is their tackle, their defence. Their defence is okay because they're scragging at them, but they just need to manage to get their tackles together.
Well, a very good carry there from Captain Aisling Hahasi. We need to see more of that leadership now in the second half. And a sub in there, number 23, Lucana McLaughlin from Mike Cullen. Jeremy Kadire is telling me she was very unfortunate not to be starting. She's had some injuries recently. Number 23 with a big carry. Ball is there for Rebecca Farrell, who had a very good first half. But Tuam Oughterard now very organised with that defensive line. And the girls in the college have to start again. And they're finding it extremely difficult to break down this defensive effort from Tuam Oughterard. They go wide. Rebecca Farrell through the hands. The fullback now, Alice Mulhall. And that's an excellent piece of phase play. And they're in. A try scored for University of Galway. A badly needed try. There was some wonderful play there by Alice Mulhall, Rebecca Farrell. And I'm not sure who got the ball down.
Rebecca Farrell, managed to get the ball. Number 12. She managed to score. It's brilliant. It's great. It might give them a little bit of heart now and give them something to fight for. That, they just put a few more phase plays again, get the ball in hand, and you never know what might happen.
Indeed, Rebecca Farrell. I had just mentioned that she was playing well, tackled hard in the first half with a couple of great dispossessions. The girl from Limerick, you mentioned you knew her granny.
I knew her granny,
No doubt she'll be proud of that one.
She will be, very.
So a very difficult kick now for Charlotte Miller, a girl from Wexford, kicking into the teeth of that breeze. It's just as strong as it was in the first half, and it drops short like many of Ava McDonough's efforts did in the first half. But fantastic for the girls from University of Galway to get a try on the board and a very important score. And as you said, Emer O'Dowd, hopefully that will give them great confidence to start playing and get back into this game.
Absolutely. All they need to do now is get a bit of pride back. Will they win it? Probably not. But they just need to get a bit of pride back, get a bit of soul searching, and just get a few more scores on the board, but get their tackles in now. The key is not to try and let Tuam Oughterard get any more scores if they can.
And for the first time today, I just noticed Tuam Oughterard were walking quite slowly to the halfway line. Restart from Ava McDonough. A huge carry there by the new girl in. I'm not sure. Was it number 21, Aisling O'Moran from Cork?
It's Lana Roach, I think, number.
And it's knocked on, unfortunately. But there really was a super carry there. And unfortunate advantage given back to Tuam Oughterard, and they'll have to put in at the scrum. But they will want to raise intensity levels. They'll be disappointed falling off some of them tackles.
They just need to do the basics right. Here, the basic is to lock out the scrum, get the defence up, get the tackle in, slow down the ball, and go again.
You're right, Emer. I think that was Alana Roach at the back of that scrum with the huge carry. And it's there now again through the hands, and Ava McDonough has her hands on the ball again. An excellent pass there, and number 23 is running through, and she will go all the way. That is Kiana Irons. We mentioned earlier that she scored 4 tries in her previous round. She has her first try today. She came on at half time, and a great support line there by Kiana Irons.
Another success story, I suppose, from Tuam Oughterard. She's only young. She's only 18 years of age. coming through the setup and now starting and going to get a cup medal here. You know, it's I suppose it's these memories that they'll build together as a team, but I suppose individually that'll keep driving you to try and strive to get better and better. She's a big future ahead of her as well. You know, she's for a young girl.
Again, it was the set play. Once number 10, Emma Burns, got that ball, it was going to Ava McDonagh, and they know if they follow Ava McDonagh, there's going to be opportunities. And that kick is pulled to the left-hand side and wide.
Again, I know I've said it numerous times, but they need to stop Ava. They need to stop. She's a ball carrier. She's a ball player. She sucks defenders in. They need to stop her at source and not give her time and opportunity to attack. So we are 10 minutes into the second half. We have seen 3 tries, 2 for Tuam Oughterard and a try for the University of Galway. But Kiana Irons, of course, who came on at half time, I believe her father does some coaching as well with Tuam Oughterard. So no doubt he'll be very proud of that one. Charlotte Miller with the restart. And that's one back there. And one back very well by Gráinne O'Rourke. Gráinne O'Rourke, of course, who came on for Niamh Corliss in the first half. Through the hands here again. The handling has been exceptional from Tuam Oughterard. Nice. Very few handling errors, and it's that girl again up the line. Number 19. Excellent pace here by Ava Lydon. Ava Lydon with a beautiful sidestep. Twice a sidestep. Ava Lyons, daughter of Owen Lydon, and that's an exceptional score under the posts. Ava Lydon, who came on as a sub. Well, anything Hannah Clark can do, the subs can do just as good. Great score there by Ava Lydon. Footwork is electric again. She's just she's a really, really good player. But you need to get your tackle. Like, I suppose it was 1v1 with the 15. She just stepped back inside. It was way too easy. Even if the 15 didn't manage to get her to ground, just slow her down and hope that the other defenders and the other teammates would come back and manage to stop her, but it just didn't happen, and it's too easy now. It's way too easy.
And we see Hannah Clark holding up the ball there for Ava McDonagh, and they have converted the 5th try. But the girls of Tuam Oughterard have scored now, I believe, 12 tries in total, so therefore they stretch the lead to 70 points. Tuam Oughterard 70, University of Galway 5. And I mentioned there Ava Lydon. She's daughter of Owen Lydon, of course, Tuam man, and part of the coaching team.
Part of the coaching team, yeah. So it's a proud day for him as well, you know, to lead this team here, and come away with a win now. And I know there's a half an hour left, but you really can't see Tuam Oughterard giving this up. But you'd love to see University of Galway trying, you know, just putting a bit of heart.
Molly Booth is on the pitch, I believe, and there's just a little bit of confusion over the timesheet. At the team sheet we're looking, we believe there may be 2 24s. We're not sure, is there 2 19s as well?
I think there is 2 19s. I see one at the back of the line out and I see one on the wing. So you have Ava Lydon and you have Molly Booth that both are wearing 19, so it's going to confuse the issue a bit.
And we've Abigail Gibbons in there in the line out also, just behind Gráinne O'Rourke. So, you know, half an hour left, but it's great to see that Tuam Oughterard can make the switches and run the bench and give everybody some game time.
It doesn't weaken them really, you know. It just, you can see with Molly in them that it just makes them stronger nearly at times. You know, Abigail Gibbons has come back from an injury. She got injured up in Mullingar, and I think this might be her first game back playing, which is great to see her back playing and running around. From Clamars originally, played with Clamars Colts. So it's good to see Abigail back, putting on the jersey and back running around the pitch.
And as you said, Emer, certainly it doesn't appear to weaken the team in any way. Huge depth of talent amongst the Tuam Oughterard team, and we see number 6 over there, Charlotte O'Grady's out on the sideline. I mentioned her on a couple of occasions in the first half, a girl from Moore. She had a great first half and a bright future ahead for a girl who's been capped with Connacht under 18. Some nice play here by the college. And a good strong carry there by their centre. That is Emer Caffergate, a girl from Achill Island. Of course, she won Player of the Year for the college recently.
They just need to keep doing this. A really good scrum there earlier. They managed to lock it out. They managed to get ball for the 9 to play. Just go through the phases now. Get ball in hand. Cueva Garrity there. Pass to Rebecca. Just get a bit of confidence back.
Some nice handling there by the college. And number 1, that's Jacqueline Houlihan. I mentioned her as well from Inishir with some good carries. And slowly but surely they're making some progress. That's number 25, Alana Roach, who has played for Connacht, with a good carry. And they will want to be patient. Captain of the team here, Aisling Hahasi with the carry. And a little bit messy out the back, but they have it. And there's space out wide if they can release the pass. That's Alice Mulhall. A huge tackle on her.
They just need to resource the ruck a bit better. They're not really doing it. They're letting the ball carrier go on their own, and then they're very slow. The bullets or the barrels, whatever they call, just to get there and clean out the threats. And
a high tackle there on Lucana McLaughlin, the girl from Mike Cullen, who has entered here in the second half. We'd say she's just returning from injury. She's made a difference since she's come on. And they've tapped and go here. So number 5 with a good strong carry there. Kate O'Mara from Portumna. That's better. Ball presented. Good hands. And a strong carry through the centre there by Emer Caffergate. Again. Brings us 5 metres short. The college would love to get their second score of the afternoon. And this is very hopeful. We didn't see much of this in the first half. Strong tackle and a strong carry again by Alana Roach.
Very good tackle. Because Alana's not easy to stop. Once she's quick, she's powerful, she's strong. She'd have played on the wing for that Connacht under-18 side that would have won it a couple of years ago. And she's now playing number 8.
There was a great line run there by Miriam Finnegan, but she left the ball behind her. Luckily enough, it went backwards. So the college still have a good platform here. It's available and it's spread wide. There's a wonderful opportunity here for the girls from the college. And it's Rebecca Farrell who scored the last try, but a very impressive defensive line again by Tuam Oughterard. Some wonderful work there, putting the college back, but they still have it. In fairness to Tuam Oughterard, they may be way ahead on the scoreboard, but this is a super defensive effort, and they're putting the college back. Another wonderful tackle there by number 19 who came on, Ava Lydon. And Siobhan Daly has seen enough, but what about that for a defensive effort from Tuam Oughterard? They're so far ahead in the game, but for pure hard work and determination, that's incredible work.
Oh yeah, massive. They, regardless of the scoreboard, they're just not giving up. They don't want to leak any tries, which is just unbelievable, really. It just shows the pride that they have and the fight that they have for the jersey. A few subs coming on for both teams now.
And we see Rono D, number 7, leaving the pitch, and she had a great game. Very good. Plays back row for Tuam Oughterard, and she's Karen Burns also. I was a little confused. She was wearing number 24, and we spoke quite often about Emma Burns and Amy Burns with great games, but 3 sisters, and Karen Burns, number 24, leaving the pitch. Another great showing by the third sister from Oughterard, from Dunmore,
Dunmore, yeah. There's a big Burns family in Dunmore. I suppose Conor Burns, the brother, would have been involved with Connacht here at underage as well, so they are coming from a really strong rugby background. The father would have been very heavily involved with Dunmore Rugby Club, so that's great to see, families get involved in clubs. It just drives it on. Just gives an opportunity now for University of Galway to get a scrum, and hopefully it's something similar to last time, lock it out and give the backs an opportunity to attack this Tuam Oughterard backline.
Good platform so for the college, but interestingly I was listening to an interview William Davis done on Galway Bay FM with Norman Tierney and Owen Lydon during the week, and William asked them the questions, how do you manage the training sessions, and what is the attitude like at training? And the boys simply said it's all about fun. It's about bringing girls together, friendships, bonds, and having great fun together. And without doubt, they're out there, and they make the game look easy.
There's a huge fun element that should be involved in every team, regardless of the level that you're playing at. That you have to want to play, and you have to want to play with your teammates, and you there's a lot to do with that, and familiarity as well. How you know them, how you get on with them. All of that comes into play when you're playing a game of rugby, because it is a game of attrition. It's a game of contact. It's a contact sport. It's legal to hit somebody in this. Which.
And we see a new scrum half in there, Rachel Forkin, and here's the fullback, Hannah Clark. Hannah Clark is looking for her 5th try, and I don't think anyone's going to stop Hannah Clark. What a performance by the young girl, Hannah Clark, from St. Paul's, Oughterard, where she's in school, daughter of Jack Clark we mentioned. She's got her 5th try, an explosive piece of paste on the left wing again, created by the new... as I'd say, La Huli Clipperta, the scrum half, Rachel Forkin. An excellent piece of play, again, by Tuam Oughterard.
Unbelievable. Most players run away from defenders. I think Hannah was actually running closer to the University of Galway defender, because she knew she had the pace and she knew she had the power, and she wanted to get under the post to give Ava a chance to kick it. She's just superb, a superb athlete, and a really, really good girl too.
She just pops up everywhere, anywhere, and she's so comfortable on the right, on the left. She can change direction, and it's a joy to be here today to watch Hannah Clark score her 5th try, and Ava McDonagh is looking for her 6th conversion of the day in front of the posts. Hannah Clark is holding the ball, and an excellent conversion again by Ava McDonagh. So we still have 20 minutes or so left, maybe a little bit less, maybe 15 minutes or so here in the second half, and Tuam Oughterard Colts have stretched the lead. They now lead 77 points to 5. And in fairness to University of Galway, it's not easy, but they haven't given up. They have put a lot more positive play together here in the second half. We didn't see enough of that in the first half, Emer, but the play has been more positive in the second half.
Absolutely. Diarmuid probably gave them hopefully some words of wisdom, or just decided to tell them, a few home truths, and put a bit of fight back, because they are good players. They're well able to play rugby. They're a really good coaching team, so obviously they're really well drilled, and they just need to put, like what she's after doing there, a tackle in, slow down the ball and start again. They've had opportunities to score, they just need to get a bit more ball in hand.
And that tackle came in there from the new prop who's into the field. That's Miliana Malaquaz, a girl from Westport in Mayo. A couple of great tackles, number 16 since she came in. And that's some excellent play by the girls from Oughterard, and a great poach, a steal there from Lucanna McLaughlin.
Absolutely. Abigail managed to fall on her back, so it made it easier for the University of Galway girl to get her hands on the ball. She needs just to fight a bit more to get her body angled, and I think she nearly won it back for her teammates then, and she just did.
She did. Abigail Gibbons, it's nearly you predicted it there that time, Emer. But again, excellent technique, and not for the first time today. Tuam Oughterard want to tap and go, but Siobhan Daly won't allow them go that quick, and we come back.
The University of Galway girls are tiring now. You can see it in defence. They're even turning their back. You can't do it. You have to stay with your eyes on the ball, regardless whether you're defending or attacking. You can't turn your back at any stage, especially against a team like this.
Big carry there by Gráinne O'Rourke, and again Abigail Gibbons, who secured the ball in the last phase of play. And Niamh Forkin is there. Rachel Forkin, as the scrum half. A big tackle went in there on Ava McDonagh.
Just need to stop Hannah Clark. You cannot let her have momentum. They've managed to do it.
They've choked the tackle now, and that's better work by the girls from University of Galway. And that's really excellent.
That's great work. It's great defence. That'll drive them on now. That'll give them a bit of heart, hopefully. Again, gives them a scrum and see what they can do from this.
Well, they defended there in numbers, and they stopped David McDonagh at source. So we'll have put in for University of Galway, and Charlotte Miller Of course, lots of changes in the forward pack for Tuam Oughterard. And that pack was so impressive in the first half. And that scrum created a great platform for the back line. And we see a good secure scrum there.
Yeah, really good, really way better than the first half. They've managed to stop the rot, I suppose, and managed to stop Tuam Oughterard, putting serious pressure on them. Really
Big
good
carry
ball
from
carry.
Elena Roach.
Yeah, really good. She's a really strong ball carrier. She's pace and she's power as well. So,
We see there.
and again, really good line break.
We've seen Ava Leiden thought she had her hands in the ball. She was very disappointed there not to get the advantage. And well done there by Aisling Hannessy. She looked one way, backed herself.
Nice offload, nice tip on to the sub, number 16, Melina.
Malaquaz, much better from the college. And they are playing with pride here in the second half. They're playing much better than they did in the first half. And a decision here to make again in the middle of the field. Must be said, some of their subs have made a difference.
Absolutely. They've brought, I suppose, a bit of tempo. They've brought a bit of heart, as I keep saying. But
we see Jeremy Dyer coming onto the pitch now for a word. He must be, I'm not going to say pleased, but certainly a bit happier with the second half.
yeah, his words of wisdom definitely must have worked. He has to be an awful lot happier in this half. They managed to put a score on the board. They've threatened a little bit. So we'll see. There's about less than 15 minutes left. We'll see what they can do from here. But they just need to get the ball in hand and start playing and just believe a little bit more. An injury at the moment, which is sort of held
here.
up.
And I think Chairman is happy enough to come in with some words of encouragement again for the girls and some advice. Chairman, who's had a very busy year. He's been involved in schools rugby with Colour Stignods, where he went to school himself, helping out the senior cup team. And of course he's doing a lot of work with underage structures here within Connacht. And he'll be happy to see, I believe, is it number 13, is it Emer Cafferty back on her feet?
Seems to be gone off.
But she will have to leave the pitch, unfortunately, and that's a bit of a blow, as Emer Cafferty is their player of the year. So she may have rolled an ankle. She doesn't look too comfortable on her feet at the moment. Well, we see a few changes, and Hannah Clark is leaving the pitch at the moment, and Ava Nictonacha is also leaving the pitch. And in fairness, those two have been exceptional, Emer.
Unbelievable. Really, really good play. Hannah just carved open the defence with her footwork today. Ava, strong, she's powerful, she sucked in defenders. They've just been outstanding. For me, they were very, very good. But it's good to see the likes of, the Tuam Oughterard management team emptying the bench, not leaving it to the last minute to get everybody in. Everyone gets, a certain bite of the cake. I see Rosie Ganley's in for Tuam Oughterard, which is great. It just gives everybody a chance. And as you said earlier on about the team thing, they do feel part of the team because they are part of it.
100%.
Good tackle by Ava Leiden there.
It's fantastic to see Tuam Oughterard giving all the girls an opportunity. And, well, huge prospects and futures ahead of Hannah Clark and Ava Nictonacha on today's showing, without doubt. Jeremy Dyer himself changing things up here, and we see number 21, Aisling O'Moran, is on the wing instead of Natasha Deasy. And the Aran Islands Inisheer girl, Jacqueline Houlihan, has left the pitch. But this is a bit more positive from the college, and they are spending a considerable amount of time inside the 22 of Tuam Oughterard in the second half. They really struggled to leave their own half in the first half, and they have numbers wide. Good carry there and a strong tackle on Ciara Atkinson.
They've just lost it in the contact. They just need to make sure that they put people into the rucks to protect the ball. It's Molly Booth there. I know there's two 19s, Molly and Ava Leiden.
Yeah,
both
okay.
of them wearing 19s. They're
Number
both in the ruck there.
Was that Molly Booth there with an excellent turnover, and she's got great pace. I'm not sure where the college 10 metres back that time, but Siobhan Daly gave them the benefit of the doubt and let them go. I'm sure there won't be any arguments from the College sideline. But knocked on. And
scrum
Oughterard.
Oughterard.
Scrum for Oughterard, and I make it 11 or 12 minutes or so left here in the second half. And the score currently Oughterard Colts 77, University of Galway 5. And again, I mentioned it on numerous occasions the first half. Conditions may look perfect. The pitch is perfect, but it's very windy pitch side. Strong wind blowing directly across the pitch, making conditions difficult. But it has been
way better scrum from University of Galway. They've managed to put Oughterard on the back foot, and they've managed to overturn it. They've won it here. Yes.
Oh, excellent work there by the college. Some super work. And number 12, Rebecca Farrell, who scored the try, creating a platform again, but Oughterard just have this tendency and technique to get in there at the breakdown and to get the ball.
Can't afford to fall on your back. You can't. It's too easy for the opposition to come in and take the ball, because the ball naturally is going to be on front and centre, and that's what they just need to go for. Slow it down. The picture to the referee is that, you know, the poacher's on the ball, and that's what she sees, so she gives the penalty the opposite direction, you know. So,
and in fairness to Siobhan Daly, she's been very consistent with that all day. And I believe that could have been number 17, Ella Burns. Of course, another girl from Dunmore who has been with the Irish under-18 training camp. So huge talent and experience coming on for Oughterard. And
I think they're trying to confuse us now. There's loads of numbers that are matching, but
well, they've succeeded. And the wind took that, but won there by Eva Leiden. I know, through the centre to the other number 19,
Molly Booth.
Molly Booth, good footwork by Molly Booth.
Connemara lady
from Clifton, that's right. And boot to ball there by Emma Burns, but
just need to attack the space now here if she manages to get the ball in space. And
that's the new girl in from Cork, that is Aisling O'Moran. And the college really enjoying far more possession of the ball here in the second half. An excellent carry there by Lucanna McLaughlin from Mike Cullen. Another strong carry there by the tight head prop forward, that's Jasmine Morgan from Sligo. She's had a very good second half, carried well. Burns now.
Oh, the ball needed to go to the winger. There was space on the outside and she took it back in.
It was Cueva Geraghty, number 10 for the college. And they have an advantage here. They have a free play. And again, another big carry, but not
really
much success that time. Excellent tackling. Alana Roach now also carrying hard in the second half. That's super work by Alana Roach. And the college really enjoying a lot of possession for the last 10 or 15 minutes or so. They will want to convert this into scores, of course. And who's in there again? But is it Molly Booth looking for the poach?
Yeah.
And now if they go wide here, there's a chance here for the fullback. As far as Aisling O'Moran, she goes back inside. Good support line there by Rebecca Farrell. A little bit slow there at the breakdown. This is tiring work. Big carries again. Good line by Ava Graham, who's come on the pitch, number 17. Advantage. And for the first time today, Oughterard have been quite cynical. And if they go wide here, there's acres of space wide. Number 22, that's Amy McWilliams.
Oh, and she stepped back in. She should have pinned her ears and gone for the corner flag. Should have done it, but just didn't. Yes, they still
have it. And ferocious tackles coming in from Oughterard. Oughterard, well, they only need half a chance to try and poach that ball again at the breakdown. And no advantage there, according to Siobhan Daly. Will come back. She was playing advantage, but there was a massive opportunity on the right-hand side for the college. But it's a lot better, a lot more positive and impressive from University of Galway.
Well, it's not as one-sided now. They've managed to put as I said, a few phases together. There was a huge opportunity there. She should have pinned her ears back and just gone for the corner. She stepped back inside, which made it easier for the defender to defend against. Aisling Hahasey just showed him good there, and her groin, I think her sister is somewhere near her trying to stop her from scoring a try. She'll never hear the end of it, Grania, if she did manage to do it.
She backed herself there, Aisling Hahasey. She's had a big second half. Strong carry there by Lucanna McLaughlin as well. They're only 2 metres short. Massive defensive effort again from Tuam Oughterard. There's huge space on the right hand side.
Needs to go.
Through the hands. Too many options maybe. Strong tackle again. That time by Felicia Cummins, I think Costello, who's come onto the pitch, number 25 for Tuam Oughterard. This is tiring. It's a new advantage. Tuam Oughterard might be in danger of a yellow card for all the infringements. Lucanna again with a strong carry. She's been very good since she's come on the pitch.
Direct running.
Great running here and a well-deserved try. Finally, number 3. I mentioned Jasmine Morgan from Sligo. She had a few massive carries in the second half. That try was well-deserved, Emer.
It was well-deserved. It should have came a couple of minutes ago, but again, they just never gave up. They put a few phases together and a direct little pop off the ground by the scrum half to a prop forward running at pace right underneath the post. Really, really well worked.
With 5-6 minutes left here in the Dexcom Stadium, and we see Jeremy Dyer back on the pitch with the water bottles. It's been a difficult afternoon for the college, University of Galway. They have very much been second best to a rampant Tuam Oughterard team here who have been scoring tries for fun, but that last 10 minutes of play or even 15 minutes of play, that has been very impressive from the college.
Absolutely. It just shows what they can do once they decide to do it. You know, the defence is a good bit better. Their attack is definitely better. They're managing to slow the ball down for Tuam Oughterard. They're not giving them the opportunities that they had in the first half. And they've just started to play. It's just a pity they've waited till 70 minutes or a little bit more, to do it, but...
And the conversion successful there from number 9, Charlotte Miller. Successful conversion under the post, so therefore they hit the double digits, and Tuam Oughterard are on 77, University of Galway with 2 tries on 12. But again, they've showed a lot of heart and determination and grit to get 2 tries here in the second half. They really struggled to get out of their own half in the first half, but they have enjoyed a large amount of possession here in the second half.
I see Sarah Jane Fox is after coming back on again, so they're giving her the last couple of minutes, as a Tuam Oughterard player to play, and I suppose end on a high. Captain as well, so it's a huge day for her.
And we spoke a lot about Sarah Jane Fox in the first half, Emer. She'll be quite emotional, maybe her last game here, heading off to Canada, you were telling me, midweek. She's done exceptionally well to come back from injuries, and you can see her leadership has really driven on these young girls for the Tuam Oughterard team.
As I said, she's a heartbeat really of the team. She's been there from the very, very start, and she's just led by example. Not even just this game but for all the games that she's been playing, and she's just led the team, and the team has sort of managed to buy her around her, and they've grown stronger and stronger and stronger. So she's leaving the team in a really, really good place now. Really good place.
And that's the old saying, sometimes when people finish up to leave the jersey in a better place, and no doubt Sarah Jane Fox is certainly leaving the jersey in an excellent place as she heads for Canada, and we wish her well on her future endeavours and her travels. And just slight bit of rain here falling on the Dexcom Stadium, which will make the surface a little bit greasy for the last, I make it 3 or 4 minutes of this game. Of course, we've had some good sunshine following Storm Kathleen over the weekend, but it has been very windy, as it always is here on Bohermore. And really, it has been a masterclass by the young girls of Tuam Oughterard Colts. They've put on an exhibition, and I believe at half-time they had scored 51 points.
That's right, yeah.
Now they have 77 points. I'm sure they'd love to score one more, but it has been very encouraging to see the girls of the university make their way back into the game and get their own scores.
Way better scrum there, giving the backline something to attack with.
Nice hands there by Caoimhe Geraghty. And a strong tackle out there again.
Tuam Oughterard's tackling has been very, very good as well. They have, regardless of the score, they've just kept it going for the full 77 odd minutes now, and 80 minutes when we finished. They've just...
It really has, Emer.
Yeah.
I'm looking at, I don't think there's been very few missed tackles from Tuam Oughterard. There's been no space. Any success the college have had, they've had to work extremely hard for it. Here we see boot to ball. Is that Molly Booth? And the ball bounces. It went backwards, I believe, by Aishin Newaron. And the full back now, Alice Mulhall. That's the start again. Oh, and a poach again. And is that Molly Booth?
It is Molly.
She's done some amount of work since she's come on the pitch, and she spotted a gap. She went for the gap, and Molly Booth with her second try since coming on the pitch. A wonderful piece of opportunism there by number 19, and an exceptional score. Try number 13, I think it is, for Tuam Oughterard, and a great finish to the game.
Oh, unbelievable. She's made that. She went for the poach. She got the poach, took the quick tap, and she just carved up the middle of the pitch, scored underneath the posts. She's some talent, Molly Booth. She's just come back from injury. She's has a couple of games under her belt, but not much. A bit of training's under her belt, and it's great to see her back playing and running around free. She is a force to be reckoned with. I don't know what her position is. You could put her anywhere, from, as you can see, from 7, from back row, or into centre or onto the wing. You know, she just loves. She loves contact, she loves getting on the ball, the opportunity to poach, but she also loves the space, you know, so.
A bit of confusion here now because the ball fell off the tee. The University of Galway girls knew that she had to play the ball. It was number 5, and that was Grania Hassey who wanted to finish with the last kick. And well, the final whistle is blowing here, and well, the girls are embracing each other, they're hugging each other. A word on Siobhan Daly, maybe, Emer. I think she done an exceptional job out there today.
Really
a fantastic performance and a fantastic final for the Bank of Ireland Women's Senior Cup final. And one thing for sure, I know I've said it, you're the head coach of Connacht Rugby, Emer O'Dowd. There is fantastic potential and talent coming through the ranks here in Connacht.
Huge, massive headaches, to be brutally honest, you know. To try and pull a squad of 40 to the extended squad, you know, to train over the summer, and then to try and put 15 out there to play, I suppose, our first game against Leinster. It'll be tough because there'll be a few hard calls. The talent is there, the quality is there. We just need to believe a little bit more. I just thought it was a lovely thing to see there, both Aisling and Grania embracing, you know, after the game. You know, it's tough. 2 sisters, one either side. One had to win, one had to lose, and I suppose today Grania wins, you know. But Aisling has had many a win in the University of Galway jersey, you know. So it's Grania's time to shine today. But it's lovely to see, you know, and great performance by Tuam Oughterard, unbelievable. And University of Galway can be proud of what they did. They brought a bit of fight back into the jersey. They got a bit of pride, and as you said, Siobhan Daly let it run and let it flow. The touch judges and referee, or the assistants and referees, did really, really well today.
A really super spectacle for women's rugby here in Connacht. And of course, we mentioned earlier the Tuam Oughterard Colts, of course, had their own disappointments in the last year. They were narrowly beaten in that Junior Cup final in Mullingar back in January. They had a lot of disappointment against Barnhall, and of course last year they lost the plate final to Sligo, so they certainly learned from those disappointments. They've come back extremely strong, and in 2 years they have won the Bank of Ireland Women's Senior Cup final here on a scoreline of 82 points to 12, and that is extremely impressive.
Really, really good, really good. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. They're going to be hard stop, and you know, the other teams are just going to have to get better. But as I said earlier, with the Westport Craigs game, 31-15 to Westport, Craigs are going to be there or thereabouts. Westport are only going to get better. So, you know, we are going to have proper matches in the Connacht League and the Bank of Ireland Connacht Cups again going forward into next year. And there are conversations over new adult teams popping up. So it'd be just unbelievable to grow that league into 10 competitive matches, you know, or 9 competitive matches, because it just gives opportunity for girls to play and get better.
Absolutely. And while we're waiting here for the presentation of the cup and the medals. And of course we also said an important day for Sarah Jane Fox, a girl with years of experience, and she's led the Oughterard Tuam Colts admirably all year. She came back on the pitch for her swan song. She'll be going on her travels midweek. She's had her own injuries. We spoke about them briefly earlier. She done the cruciate ligament, I believe, in both knees, and her left and right. I didn't realise she'd actually broken her leg as well.
Yeah.
She played GA for Currafin. So she deserves this day and this success. And a special day for the girls of Tuam Oughterard. And again, I'll come back to the interview that was done with William Davis, with Norman Tierney and Owen Lighton during the week. The men spoke about fun and enjoyment, and a girl we spoke about at the very end of that game who came on, nobody epitomised more fun than Molly Booth. She came on the pitch and she had fun, and just at that last maybe piece of play there, she got the ball, she got the steal, the turnover at the breakdown, she spotted the gap, and there was only one thing on her mind.
Absolutely.
She really had fun when she came on the pitch.
She just expressed herself on the pitch, she did. She was instigating the turnover, she got the penalty, she took it quick, and she ran up the pitch underneath the post, so she is a very, very good athlete, but she's a very, very good player. So the world is at her oyster, really, I suppose, or the world is in her hand. She can do an awful lot and progress. We just need to keep her injury free, really.
So we'll have to leave you there for today. A very enjoyable occasion here at the Dexcom Stadium, and it's the result, the Bank of Ireland Women's Senior Cup final. It's going to Tuam Oughterard Colts in their second year. They have been victorious on a scoreline. Tuam Oughterard Colts 82, University of Galway 12. And thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed the game. Back, opportunity awaits here again for Tuam Oughterard. Excellent tackling there on Amy Burns. University of Galway strong in defence, but we have the opening try. I think it was that girl number 3 again. Excellent understanding there in the middle of the field between Amy Burns and Amy McDonagh.
Can't really give Hannah Clark space.
Stretch here now, and Dominica Lukasic with a... It's a bit messy at the moment. Excellent tackle by Dominica Lukasic. Put to ground. Super defensive effort here again by University of Galway. Carly Tierney through the gap. Carly Tierney, a piece of individual excellence. Super run here from Hannah Clark. Excellent feat by Hannah Clark. She's still going. Oh my gosh, what a try from Hannah Clark in under the posts. I was thinking she'd never make it that far, but what a piece of individual from Hannah Clark, full back. Third opportunity for Amy McDonagh, successful in front of the posts. Important hit there, an excellent tackle by Emer Caffergate. Girl from Achill Island, but there's space here wide. Dominica Lukasic for the line, and she's in. A brave tackle, but momentum carried over the winger, number 11.
Push. You can see, I suppose, when you do have the ball, you don't have an all-out push on the other side when you've put in. And again, Hannah Clark managed with a small bit of footwork, and she strode past the winger here, the fullback here, very easily. We need to be putting in the tackles.
Slow to get there and support. An excellent break. I'm not sure was it from number 24 Molly Booth, and here we go wide. Amy McDonagh. We're going to have try number 6. Amy McDonagh's going to run in under the posts. Try number 6, first try of the day. As Amy McDonagh converts her third kick and converts her own try, therefore stretches the lead.
Really good offload by Carly Tierney. She drew in the back, the Rochelle Connolly, and she just popped it off to one of the pacers, Hannah Clark, who just makes it look way so easy. As you can see, she's involved with the Irish Sevens, and she just made that look. It was like putting bread, a knife through butter. It just opened. And
again, Emma Burns is really organising that backline really well. And here we have Ava McDonagh again. She's an option to the right. She doesn't need the option to the right because she sees the try line. Her own second try in the right hand corner. And Saoirse Quinn, a good line, and an excellent break by Roan O'D. Roan O'D, number 7. She's looking at the posts. She's gone all the way. Is she held up? Excellent defensive effort there. As I say, hopefully that last ditch tackle by University of Galway may have given them some hope. But here on the right hand side, and we're in for try number 9, and it's the winger from Kilconley. And really, that's so impressive from Ava McDonagh. Of course, we spoke in the first half about the Very impressive scrum and the work of the front 8 from Tuam Oughterard, and Carly Tierney, the number 8, with her second try of the day. She scored the first try up.
Players get those tackles and go low, get them in, and it gives you a chance.
Effort from Tuam Oughterard. They go wide. Rebecca Farrell through the hands. The fullback now, Alice Mulhall. And that's an excellent piece of face play, and they're in. A try scored for University of Galway. A bat. It's there now again through the hands, and Amy McDonagh has her hands on the ball again. An excellent pass there, and number 23 is running through, and she will go all the way. That is Kiana Irons. We mentioned earlier that she scored 4 tries in the previous. Again up the line, number 19. Excellent pace here by Eva Lighton. Eva Lighton with the beautiful sidestep. Twice a sidestep. Eva Lyons, daughter of Owen Lighton, and that's an exceptional score under the post.
It's too easy now. It's way too easy.
See Hannah Clark holding up the ball there for Rachel Forkin. And here's the fullback, Hannah Clark. Hannah Clark is looking for her 5th try, and I don't think anyone's going to stop Hannah Clark. What a performance by the young girl, Hannah Clark from St. Paul's Oughterard, where she's in school. Daughter, her 6th conversion of the day in front of the posts. Hannah Clark is holding the ball, and an excellent conversion again. In danger of a yellow card for all the infringements. Lucanna again with a strong carry. She's been very good since she's come on the pitch.
Direct running.
Great running here, and a well-deserved try. Finally, number 3. I mentioned Jasmine Morgan from Sligo.